a high school kid would love to come and fish for Bethel, what does it take to get on Garry Mason's radar to be recruited?
Well, I'll tell you some of the things that I look for, Tommy. First of all, I'm looking for a good student athlete coming out of high school. I want a kid that already has great study habits and great morals when it comes to getting his lessons done, because the number one thing we're about at Bethel is education first. They're going to get to fish once they get here, and they're on the fishing team, but it's education first. So I'm looking for a good student. I'm also looking for a kid that's, yes sir, no sir, wants to be a part of a team. Being an individual angler is not going to help you at Bethel University. We are a true team for fishing, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a kid that can be that guy that can help his team and wants to see everybody on the team be a winner. You know, Tommy, parents and students ask me all the time, how do I get looked at by Bethel University and by you as the coach for Bethel University? And there's a few things that we require. The number one thing that we do is I can't go out and physically watch a student fish like you can with baseball or basketball, where you or an assistant coach can go to the game. So I require that they fill me out a resume. That's one of the things that I require. And then I take a look at that resume, and if I'm interested in them, I get a hold of them, or they contact me back, and then we get them to come up and visit the school. You know, we're very fortunate in the fact that we have a lot of student athletes come at us wanting to be a part of our bass fishing program, and we certainly can't take all of them, but we do try to get the cream of the crop. But one thing that I tell the athletes is stay in touch with that coach, because if you just get in touch with him one time or maybe twice, and then you don't ever call him back, or you don't ever Facebook him or Twitter or anything like that, he thinks that you're going somewhere else, or maybe that you're no longer interested. So the key to getting recruited by any coach for any sport is to become known by that coach and to stay in touch with him. You're not going to ever bother me by sending me a picture of a fish you just caught, or by Facebooking me, or just hitting me up and saying, hey coach, how's things going, and letting me know how you're doing. That to me is one of the most important things about a student athlete, and some of these guys are not aggressive in that manner, and they really need to be. They're afraid they're going to bother you, and that's our job, is to be bothered.
Yeah.
Looking at a kid and looking at his personality tells me what kind of team player he's going to be and what kind of angler he's going to be. It doesn't matter to me whether you can go out and catch 50 pounds of fish or 5 pounds. What matters to me the most is how you're going to personify yourself to your teammates, to the college professors and admissions people, and to the outside world, because you represent not only me, not only our college, but you represent every sponsor that we've got on our shirts or ever will have. And so that representation has to be there. So your personality is paramount in whether or not I'm going to recruit you. You've got a great personality, great smile. It doesn't matter to me how good you can fish. What matters to me is how you carry yourself, how you act. And I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest things to me when I meet a kid for the first time is how he shakes my hand. He's got a good firm handshake and looks at me in the eye like a grown man, shakes my hand. That tells me a lot about him. So for those of you out there, if you don't know how to shake hands, learn quick. Tommy, one of the questions that's asked to me all the time is Coach, what degree should I go after, or what should I look at when I decide on what I want to be when I get out of college? And a couple of degrees that I think are real good, a marketing degree or business degree. Business degrees will carry you a long ways because it teaches you a lot about being in business and tax stuff, and the educational part of being in business, things that you and I have had to learn through trial and error, these kids can learn in college. The other thing I tell our guys is, if you can pick up a few computer classes, learn to do better on a computer. And I know these kids are born with computers, but there's still a few ins and outs that you need to know. And a photography class. I mean, photography is in self-promotion of yourself and marketing of yourself. If you want to be an outdoors person, you've got to learn to do your own photography. Outdoor writing skills. Make sure you've got skills in writing. In college, there's a lot about writing. You write a lot in college, but make sure you've got writing skills, because these, everybody from a newspaper, a local newspaper, to a regional or national magazine, and of course the internet will take articles. Writing is more important today than it's ever been, because there's so many avenues for you to promote what you're doing through the written word. And so And outdoor riders is what made my career, getting to work with guys from all over the country and getting stories done about what I was doing in my career as a professional hunting and fishing guide, and now of course as a major college coach. So those courses are very important, but those classes are even more important. What you pick and choose as your route once you get out of college. Not everybody's going to get to be a professional angler. I can tell you that, even though we all dream of it, but not everybody's going to get to be that. Not everybody's going to get to be a game warden. You know, folks think about taking biology and becoming a game warden, but those jobs are very hard to get and they're few and far between, you know. But if you can find something that will help you in your quest, I mean, there's a lot of jobs out there for someone that has the right management tools and the right coursework and the right degree.
I'm Tommy Hall here with Coach Garry Mason of Bethel University, and you just raised your bass IQ.
Go Bass Cats.